So another One Piece chapter is in the books, 982, and with the previous chapter being a hit with the One Piece fandom because of Marco showing up, and now it's all over the place of what's going to happen next. So there's a lot of anticipation. This was pretty much a setup chapter, in my opinion, but a pretty good one considering on the cover page we're back to the Adventures of Dressrosa with Capone and Chiffon and Lola. And apparently Gotti and Lola are a thing now because you got Chiffon carrying Capone. Now I think about it, it looks like Gotti's holding Chiffon and Lola's the one holding Capone. So that's weird. And they're being chased by Marines. But like I said before, that cover story is not going to conclude until they meet up with Pound, in my opinion. That's the only thing that makes sense, even though it technically doesn't make sense of how he survived. But that's probably where they're going to go with this, and that's where the cover story is hopefully going to end. And if it does, it may lead to them showing up on Wano, possibly to help out Luffy. We'll see where that goes. We start off the chapter with Black Maria, who's comforting Kaido, which makes sense because she's the only one taller. I think she's actually taller than Kaido because she's sitting down, and so is Kaido. So you do the math. Orochi, at first, is like ecstatic because now the ghosts of the Kazuki clan have vanished. That calls for celebration. But by the midway in chapter, when Kanjuro comes back and he finds out that they're on their way, he gets super concerned. It's something that happened in the anime. He's getting fearful of the scabbards of the Akazaya 9. But then everybody was laughing at him. But then he's the only one taking it seriously. But as soon as Kira showed up, he got super cocky. Like, it's the same thing here, and this time it's the form of Kanjuro. So Black Maria isn't looking for Yamato, by the way. So she's not also at the resort where Sanji saw Big Mom. So, and he's actually taking care of some of Orochi's men, but they actually mistaked him for an enemy, so they attacked him. So he shows up with Momonosuke, and the first thing I noticed was the blood dripping. I'm like, wait, what the hell happened? So it turns out Momonosuke tried to escape. He tried to use that knife we saw to cut the rope, and he got his ass beat, pretty much. So go figure, right? So that's gonna if Luffy sees that, you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna get a rage boost, probably, or at least one of Scabbards is, especially Kinemon, I would think. So if Kanjuro did that, yeah, you can bet Kinemon's gonna whip his ass. Kaido seems very, very cold to this situation. Like he doesn't seem concerned, but at the same time, he doesn't seem ecstatic because he doesn't see much from Momonosuke as we suspected. But at the same time, he's not laughing it up too. So Orochi is gonna make a public crucifixion of Momonosuke. So now you have a time limit for that too. On top of the arranged marriage to bring the Big Mom Pirates and the Beast Pirates together. Even though I technically don't think that's gonna happen anymore because most of the Big Mom Pirates are pretty much MIA after what Marco did. But now they got on word that the Straw Hats escaped Udon finally, and now they're on their way to Onigashima. Fukurakuju seems pretty confident they can be prevented from getting anywhere near Kaido and Orochi. My guess is, I don't think Kaido needs the protection anyway, but it's like, are you a little bit concerned about this alliance or something? He gets Momonosuke, and now he's going to make a public crucifixion for him. It could be the same thing he did to like Yasui. Go to where Law's at, to the north part of Onigashima. And this is pretty interesting because we actually find out that Nekomamushi isn't over on the Dendamushi talking to Inuyasha. So that's pretty cool because that means they know not only is Nekomamushi there, but Izo and Marco has arrived on Wano, and most specifically, Kiku's aware of this now, so that's pretty cool. So there's definitely going to be a reunion on Wano. I said that in the last chapter. And it definitely makes sense of why Marco's there, because you actually go back to Marco. And at first I was kind of confused because Marco did say he wasn't going to show up on Wano. But then he wanted to deliver a message to Luffy through Nekomamushi. But we found out that his message was going to be the same anyway. Sorry, I'll be a little bit late, but I'll be there on Wano. So if he's going to show up no matter what, I think he's going to prioritize what happened with Weevil, because he was attacking the remnants of Whitebeard Pirates. But now the Shishibukai system's over with, he's probably being targeted, so that makes it more secure for Marco to be there, so that makes a little bit more sense. So that wouldn't have changed, although the way that Oda presented it made it seem like he wasn't going to show up at all. It's like, was Marco's role going to be there now that he's here? And it definitely makes sense for another reason I forgot about in the last review. Kazuki Oden was a member of the Whitebeard Pirates, and he was very fond of Kazuki Oden. He was kind of like the cheerleader. Then we go to the southern part of Onigashima, to where we see Sasaki of the Flying Six, and if this is how Sasaki gets subdued, that's kind of disappointing because he was fooled by Sasaki. I'm curious if there was a Kuroseki shackles, because if that's so, that would keep him subdued, but that's kind of disappointing if that's the case. We go to where Kinemon's at, and we get to find out what happened with Big Mom, and it doesn't take long for Chopper and Usopp to get freaked out. Is not subdued by the situation. You saw the look on her face, like she was calm. No, she wanted Luffy's head. So they go chasing after Nami and Chopper apparently. And the whole question I have is, where the hell's Sanji? Like, seriously, like, get it together and actually help out. Unless he's gone off on his own. Speaking of which, we have Ulti, who's like asking for Page One, his brother, for a ride because she's tired. So she's kind of obviously a personality shining through. I said this before, like Black Mari has the best design, but Ulti probably has the best personality out of the bunch. Weakest, unfortunately. But as long as they prove to be a match, although to be fair, if they go up against Luffy now, that's pretty much GG in my opinion. I hope it doesn't come to that because I want one of the other members of the Straw Hats to deal with her, not Luffy. Page One goes off on his own, and Ulti meets up with Luffy, and it's an awkward meeting because like Ulti's like, what the hell do you want? I guess she doesn't know who he is. And Luffy's like, I was going to ask you the same. Now, wasn't Zoro with Luffy in the last chapter? So where is he and where's Kid? So is Zoro and Luffy on their own now? And like I said, where the hell's Sanji? So if that's the case, the Monster Trio could be separate right now, which could be a good thing for the rest of the Strats to actually get some development in these fights. I have a couple of things. Number one, it's like the fact if Zoro's on his own, it's still it could follow through with my theory that he could be the one to bump into Yamato because they're still looking for him. So Oda was driving that home in this chapter. Also, there's talk about Marco showing up and him possibly squaring up with King. He's a second level Yonko commander, so previously we thought he might be the one to go up against Zoro, and maybe he will, but we still don't know. But if he does go up against Marco, the only way that I see that happening is if Zoro's the one to fight Yamato. That's the only thing that makes sense to me at this point. It's like, unless Yamato turns out to be stronger than King, that's the only way I can see that happening. Because, yeah, it'd be a great fight, a great visual of Marco in his Phoenix form versus King. Both Yonko commanders, so that would make sense. However, though, I think it makes more sense for Zoro to be the one to fight him to gain more development. That's why I want one of the other Straws to deal with Ulti, not Luffy. Because Nami's there, that makes sense. Why not put her against him? Although, I guess to be fair, they're being chased by Big Mom. So, the other question is, what the hell was that thing with Chopper when Big Mom lost her memories? So that obviously didn't go anywhere, because if it did, then Big Mom would be rushing at Chopper. Usopp and Nami and Chopper could do something, but against the Yonko, that's too much. So unless Sanji steps in, what happened there? Also, I'm pretty sure we're going to get other arrivals on Wano besides Marco. I think the Strike Grand Fleet makes the most sense because it was foreshadowed ever since Dressrosa. They'll be showing up. But who else would going to be showing up? Look, on North is an okay chapter. We could very well get Ulti versus Luffy. I hope not, but we'll see where that goes. That's going to do it for the guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you did. Please leave your comments down below. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.